Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I'm your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop, and it's time to go back to the theater. And I guess DreamWorks figures if Disney can be mindless shills with their live-action remakes, so can we! But maybe it'll be good, huh? My review of the 2025 fantasy adventure film, How to Train Your Dragon, coming up now.
As an ancient threat endangers both Vikings and dragons alike on the Isle of Berk, the friendship between Hiccup, an inventive Viking, and Toothless, a night fury dragon, becomes the key to both species forging a new future together. And here I thought Jar Jar was the key. Anyway, what did I think of How to Train Your Dragon 2025? I thought it's a serviceable and rousing fantasy adventure. It's based on the 2003 novel by Cressida Cowell. The film is directed by Dean DeBlas, who also, with Chris Sanders, is known for directing Lilo and Stitch and the original How to Train Your Dragon. DeBlas also went on to direct How to Train Your Dragon 2, as well as the third film, The Hidden World. I love the original and think it's a spectacular animated film. Visually, this film looks fantastic with its cinematography, the Viking costumes, the sets bringing Berk to life, the dragon character design, and of course, Toothless is still adorable. The flying sequences are still thrilling as well. I also really like the idea of Gerard Butler reprising the role of Stoic, Hiccup's father, in live action, and this is one of his best performances in a long time. You can say it's a very faithful adaptation because about 90% of the film is a shot-for-shot carbon copy. It's almost as if they took the original script from 2010, made about 5 changes, wrote 2025 on the cover, and handed it to the studio. With these remakes, I feel like there has to be a point where they can meet somewhere in the middle. Obviously, you still have to have those iconic moments that made the OG a classic, but you can tweak and change things a little bit without having it faceplant down a ski hill like Snow White did. It also makes it impossible not to compare this version to the original. There are a few small changes here and there, such as Astrid being a little more expanded on, knowing the motive of the final boss dragon, which we could assume anyway, actually seeing the character of the Elder, and adding a bit more about the history of Berk. But it all does ultimately not amount to much. The friendship between Hiccup and Toothless and watching them bond is sweet, and there's still some nice emotional father-son moments between Hiccup and Stoic. I found most of the supporting characters, most notably the other teen students, more annoying than their animated counterparts, and the jokes don't land as well. The story still works, and the messages about it being okay to be different and learning different things about people you thought were your enemies are effective and well done. The acting is fine all around, including Mason Thames as Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, the awkward 15-year-old and apprentice of the blacksmith who becomes friends with the dragon, Gerard Butler as Stoic the Vast, the chieftain of Berk and Hiccup's father, Nico Parker as Astrid Hofferson, Hiccup's fellow student in dragon training that he has a crush on, and Nick Frost as Gobber the Belch, Berk's blacksmith and trainer of the young dragon recruits. While this version of How to Train Your Dragon looks great, fans seem to enjoy it, and it still stays afloat, it feels a little less charming and magical overall, and there's no reason that I'd choose to watch this version when I have a better version of How to Train Your Dragon at home. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of do it. It's a small do it, but a do it nonetheless.
Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside of515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTrueBaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Instagram and Letterboxd at WestAList. Until next time, Troop out.